Hey, what's up everyone? It's Tim here from Garden State Koi. We're back for another project showcase, another throwback. This one's a little different though. The story's totally different. We started off at this house doing maintenance. So at Garden State Koi, we have a large maintenance team and they go out and do different maintenances on ponds, keep them nice and clean for the homeowners. And they loved us so much that they asked us to redo a waterfall. So it started off as one waterfall redo, but it definitely grows from there. It's kind of crazy, so stay tuned. We started off with the waterfall to the right, and we got in there, and the waterfall was kind of dilapidated and kind of looked like one of those waterfalls that, I don't know if you've ever seen ponds done wrong, and we transformed it into a beautiful, beautiful waterfall with multiple cascades, water coming here, around here. We planted it up with some beautiful plants once again. Another favorite part when I'm doing a project because it really showcases what it's supposed to look like at the end. We had a whole bunch of nice mossy boulders, and that is really important because this project is located up in Hawley, Pennsylvania. And if you haven't been out to the Poconos, it's a totally different look. It's kind of interesting how you can go from one area to another area, and a short little drive from Orange County, New York to the Poconos, and the woods totally transformed. There's moss all over the place. There's pine trees, just a different forest, and ferns. A lot of ferns throughout the forest. So we were trying to mimic that in the backyard here. The waterfall was kind of tough. There was one thing that was really difficult, and that was we had to block out from the view of the back patio and the house their backup generator. And this thing was huge, like a big Generac, and when you were standing there, no one wanted to see that. So when we built that waterfall, it was really important. So that means one thing, we had to go higher and higher and higher, and we brought in more and more and more soil. The project was bid out properly, thank gosh, and we had almost 150 yards of soil that we needed to compact to build that one single waterfall. You want to hear something funny about this story? The homeowner, Jack, loves Corvettes so much. When we finished this, that waterfall over here looked like a Corvette, but the rest of the pond looked like a Cavalier. So I went to the homeowner, Kathy, and I said, Kathy, come here for a second. You got to go and talk to Jack, and you got to tell him, would you want to have your Corvettes surrounded by a whole bunch of Cavaliers? And the moral of the story was he didn't. So next year we came back and we redid the whole entire rest of the pond and the waterfall on the left, all because of how beautiful this looked. That was not an easy challenge because we had to come in once again and remove the old pond, remove the old waterfall. That actually costs more money to do that than just build a new pond. When you have a blank slate and you could just go in and start digging and doing that, it costs more money. Because now I can't do that. I have to actually come in and remove and dispose of all this stuff and then start that process. We had to go in there, rip everything out, old liner, underliner, rocks, gravel, all that stuff. We try to keep as much as we can to recycle and reuse it. Sometimes it's just not possible. So anything that we had to dispose, we dispose of that. All the rock, whatever that we could use, we save to the side. Then we actually have to reshape the pond. And one thing that was really crazy, the water level was like that far down from the patio. And when I went to go rebuild this, there was no way that I could leave it like that. You almost felt like you had to, you couldn't reach the fish. And when you're building a project like this, and spending a lot of time and a lot of money, you really want to have that area where you're going to be able to walk up and enjoy the fish. Whether you stick your feet in the water, feed the fish, whatever you do at that edge, that's really important. And it didn't feel that way. So when they said they wanted to redo this project, I was super happy that I can get into that backyard and actually make it look like I could see it in my head. So once all that stuff was out of there and our elevations and reshaping were done, we were able to get it to the point where the water level was way up higher. That did form one challenge on that waterfall over on the right-hand side. The top section all stayed the same, but we had to change the elevation for the overlap aligner. That was a little tricky, but with all this knowledge between myself and my teammates, Aaron, Raphael, we had Enrique on that project, Baldo, Abel, all of us. I mean, everybody from Garden State Koi was there. We had tons of knowledge, and it wasn't a problem. We got those elevations all set. We were able to get our fabric, our liner in the hole, and start rocking away. One thing that was really cool, and I'm so glad that Kathy and Jack decided to do this project over, was when we were finished, everything looked like it was one. Remember what I said before about that Corvette and the Cavaliers? Well, now it was like a whole bunch of Corvettes in the backyard. And not only is Kathy happy, Jack loves it as well. We had great times on this project throughout working there. We barbecued many a times in the driveway, whether it was Taco Tuesday or wings or sandwiches. When you're up in the Poconos, sometimes it's not that easy to go get food, so we brought it with us and we had great lunches together and great times. If you watch a lot of my videos, I try to do that. I I love to cook. And you know what? It's great team building and delicious food. So what can you ask for more? One thing I always say when you're doing these projects, whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor out there, or a homeowner who's planning on putting this in your backyard, we always talk about where the visual is of this pond, whether it's gonna be from that back patio area or inside the house. And one thing that's special about this project here is the view from inside the house. When you step back and look from inside the house, and you could see through the glass windows, whether you're in the kitchen, whether you're in the living room, looking out the door, or even the master bedroom, all the back windows really focus on those waterfalls. It allows you to enjoy it on any day. It could be a rainy day, rain pouring out, and you still see those beautiful waterfalls cascading down. So don't forget, when you're designing a project like this, it's really important to keep that in mind. As you go through many of projects by Garden State Koi, you will notice that we pay fine detail to that. If you like what you saw here today, don't forget to press that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. It means a lot to me and my team here at Garden State Koi. Don't forget to tune into next week. We'll be coming at you with another vlog. Check it out.